UW360 is proudly supported by Pacific Office Automation, Copy, Print, Workflow, and IT. Problem solved. BECU, a not-for-profit member-owned credit union.
There's a line from a famous Chekhov story in which the protagonist muses, "Every man had his real, most interesting life, under the cover of secrecy and under the cover of night." That project manager in the next cubicle, your kid's teacher. Who among us doesn't have a passion that feeds our soul in the hours outside of work?
So Lisa was going to...
For one group of Seattleites, that passion is writing fiction.
Introduce a plot point that sends the story forward. Professional and continuing education program, which is for adults. It covers the spectrum from people who just graduated to people who are retirement age and everything in between. What often happens...
Scott Driscoll, a writer and writing teacher in the UW PCE program for 21 years, has found that many people, while building a career and family, miss being creative.
So they left a career to stay home with kids, and now they want to put time into their creative life. That's the one thing they share in common. Their creative life matters to them. We cover methods and processes and crafts. This is for people who really want to get the writing done and maybe get published. Or if not, at least do it in a professional way. The class is just the start. What gets done outside of the class is what really matters.
It was through one of Scott's classes at the UW that Christine Warasak began writing fiction and met the people who would become her writing group.
It took a little bit of cobbling together, but we ended up getting together to share our fiction and critique it using a lot of the things that we learned in Scott's class.
Oh, welcome, Gerard.
We come from different places. We didn't work together. It's not our spouses, friends. We come together for this one thing.
Andy, Rose, Gerard, Lisa, Bill, and Christine met more than 10 years ago through the UW's Professional and Continuing Education Fiction Writing Program.
The thing about writing prose, and this is one of the reasons why it's a good idea to take a class and why it's a good idea to have a critique group, is it's a very lonely, isolating process.
Once a month, the writing group gathers to share food, drink, and fiction they've written.
There's something about the challenge of trying to do this art well that keeps us all coming back to it. We all understand that.
It's in my bag.
One of the happy outgrowths of taking classes is you meet peers who are as serious about it as you do and who share the vocabulary and they share the knowledge of the process. And then they become your best critique audience and they keep you honest and they keep you writing.
To pursue that craft, that art, that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes it meaningful. It really just means the world to all of us.